Well, howdy there folks, and welcome into this late night video. Well, it's not that late night of a video, it's almost 11 o'clock, but so nothing too crazy. But here today I bought $25,000 plus worth of a stock, and I want to in this video explain why I bought this stock, why I made this move. I want to do a little psychology talk in this video here, a little stock market psychology. I think it's even more important sometimes to cover some of these lessons and kind of how I think about the stock market and why I add certain shares when and those sorts of things. So I hope you guys enjoy this. As always, hope you get a good amount of value, regardless if you like this stock or don't like this stock. I take no offense, but I hope you enjoy a video like this, okay? By the way, we got the massive Black Friday sale coming up. If you want me to shoot you over the deal as soon as it drops, then just check out the pinned comment down there, enter your email or phone number, and I'll send you it once that deal drops on Black Friday. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed here to Financial Education 3, hit that subscribe button down there. It's absolutely free to do so. If you want to be notified every time I drop a new video on here, you can do that as well. That's up to you. Alrighty, guys, so we're actually want to, I know, no, it's not McDonald's stock. I bought $25,000 plus worth today, although McDonald's isn't bad, okay, as far as a stock. Not my cup of tea in terms of a stock I would buy, but McDonald's, okay, if I gave you two options for Big Mac and one looked like this or one looked like this, I think just about every single person on this earth would go for this one, right? It's the same exact burger. The same exact burger, but the presentation's different. This one looks beautiful. This one looks smashed. Same exact everything. This could have the same burger patties cooked the same way, the same bun. It could have the same amount of sauce, the same amount of cheese, the same amount of lettuce, same amount of everything. But one's smushed, one's not smushed. Everybody's choosing the one that looks perfect, right? Even though the one that's a little smushed is going to fit in your mouth better. But anyways, I digress, okay? If I, you know, I got two kids, one's 7, one's 4, and I got one on the way. If I gave my kids an option for which candy cane would they like the one that just looks all white or the colorful one? Which one are they picking? You know which one they're picking. They're picking the colorful one. I think anybody watching this video that has a kid, you know exactly what they're picking, okay? And the point I'm getting at here is us as humans, we can be very easily tricked by a more shiny object, a more attractive thing, okay? Something that looks more appealing to us, all right? If I was to have people over my house and I said, hey, I have two different sodas here. Two different sodas. One has no label, one has a Coca-Cola label. Everybody's choosing the Coca-Cola label because they're like, I'm not choosing that thing without a label, right? I don't know what that is. I could even say that's Coca-Cola, and still, if everybody had an option to pick, they're all picking this one, right? They're all picking this one unless they're an absolute freak and they're really crazy in the mind, and they might pick this one. But of course, everybody's going to pick the actual Coca-Cola one, right? I don't know if you guys ever seen videos and pictures before of certain people that, don't have makeup on, and then they do all this crazy makeup and they look like dramatically different, and it's like, what just happened, right? And so, needless to say, us as humans, we can get very tricked. Let's just put it that way. And the sad thing is, it's not very hard to trick us. It's really not. It's actually, it might take an hour or two, but you can trick us, okay? And it's not rocket science, and we're not the smartest. Let's just put it that way, okay? And so in the stock market, I could have the same exact stock, but if I show somebody this stock chart, they're like, ooh, good stock, like it. It's good. It's a good company. It's good, right? And if I show them this stock chart, they're like, ooh, bad stock, right? Unless you're super educated on the stock market, right? You don't know that that's a difference. If you're 98% of the population of the United States, if you're 99% of the population of the United States, you see this, you say good. You see this, you say bad. And this could be the same exact company in the same exact year. And if you put this stock chart together, by the way, it is the same company from the same year. But that's how easily us as humans can get tricked into thinking something is bad or good or appetizing or not appetizing. And ooh, that looks great. Oh, that looks nasty, right? Very, very simple. Now, me as a trained stock market investor and somebody that's been doing this for like 100 years now, I know that it's very easy to get tricked. And it's very easy to get caught up into the shiny object syndrome, right? And I actually look for the opportunities on when things don't look so good and when they're not the shiny object. And this particular stock is not the shiny object right now or anything remotely close to it, okay? And it's honest company, HNST. I bought $25,775 worth of stock today. A pretty big move for me. I don't usually buy $25,000 worth of a stock in a day. You guys know me, generally speaking, $2,000 to $10,000 is usual buys. Anything over $10,000 is pretty big. Anything over $20,000 is really big for me. I don't like to make that big of a move, but if I see a stock go down enough in a in a certain amount of time, I'm going to load up shares, right? And this is why, so this is my main big dog account. My main big dog account, I now have over 20,000 shares. I'm planning on taking this to 25,000 or 35,000 shares in this particular account of Honest, right? What I'm looking at with this particular stock is this stock is beaten down, it's being beaten down, and this is why I don't invest all at one time. I don't just go all in one day or something like that, because I am of the understanding, and I've been doing this long enough, that there's a high probability I'm going to get those shares cheaper than when I initially buy it. The only time you want to go all in or buy as many shares as fast as possible is if you are in a stock market crash. And the reason being is that if you're in a stock market crash, the market turns so quick and starts skyrocketing the other way so fast that it is very, very intelligent to acquire as many shares as fast as possible, right? If we look back at 2009, man, when that market bottomed, it started going up so fast. Next thing you know, stocks were increasing 100%, 200%, 300%. They still weren't even back to where they were back in 2006, 2007, but they were increasing so rapidly that it made sense to just buy as quick as possible, right? If you look at what happened coming out of 2020, as soon as that market bottomed, man, it made sense to buy. And a lot of newer investors got trained to think like FOMO, think like I got to add as many shares as possible today, because if not, it's going to go up in way more over the coming days. I am of the understanding that it is highly unlikely that I buy that stock at its absolute bottom. It is highly unlikely. And it is actually much more likely, I would say over 50% more likely, actually substantially 50% more likely, that over the coming days, weeks, or months, I will be able to pick up even more shares of that stock that I already love, that I already think is a great price, that I already think is a slam dunk for me over the next 3, 5, 7 years. I'm going to be able to pick those shares up for cheaper, okay? And so that's why I add over a period of time. This is why you'll see me add to stocks for 3 months, 6 months, or dare I even say throughout an entire year. And so when it comes to a company like The Honest right here, there's a stock, I'm not done buying this stock. I'll continue to buy the stock, especially as long as shares are under $10. I'll add more shares and build the position bigger and bigger and bigger. The numbers that they just reported out that last quarter actually blew me away. It was amazing. But needless to say, I'm in this stock for years and years to go in the future. So I'm really looking at the yearly numbers, which I think are going to be great, and over the next several years. And I've talked in depth about this stock many times recently on the channel over the past couple months here. In this account, this is a public account here. I have over 5,000 shares. I would love to get up to over 10,000 shares in this particular account as well. So when it comes to Honest, this company went public in the past year. The stock price has pretty much just gone down since they went public. Let's be honest. I mean, it went public and hit almost $24 a share right after it went public, and pretty much since then it's just been a train wreck of stock price, right? The business is certainly not a train wreck. You look at the actual fundamentals of this company, it looks, I would say, very, very good. I'm looking at revenue, I'm looking at everything across the board, and the future for this company. I'm rather excited, and I feel pretty darn safe in this stock, honestly, buying, especially under $10. And that's why I'm just going to keep buying shares, and why I bought another 25,000. As a stock goes down more and more under cost basis, I will buy heavier and heavier and heavier. If this stock was somehow, by the way, there's no reason it was down to 11% today. There's another thing. It's just irrational, completely irrational. There was no news out. There was nothing big. Like, I looked into it. I looked across everything. Couldn't find anything. Stock's just down 11% to be down 11%. That's, once again, irrational. I'll go ahead and pick up shares, okay? But if this stock was, let's say, so irrational that it hit a $7 mark today, something in the sevens, I probably would have bought 50,000 or maybe even $100,000 worth of this stock today. The further stock goes under cost basis, as long as I still love it for the long term, the heavier and heavier I will buy that stock, right? And so when I look at a stock like Honest here, I see a company that I believe in so much for the coming years. I think it's going to have phenomenal, solid revenue growth. That is a play that I feel safe in, whether there's a recession, no recession, inflation, no inflation. It doesn't matter. I feel very comfortable owning Honest shares. I think this is going to be a $20, $30+ stock in the coming years. And so if I get shares for under 10, like the lower it goes, the better for me, especially as I build out this position. Okay. And so this is exactly how I think about a stock, regardless if you like Honest stock, you don't like Honest stock. It doesn't really matter, but it's about the mentality going in and just me understanding I'm not going to get tricked into this. I'm not going to let my mind trick me to say, well, this stock's going down, so that means it's a bad stock. It doesn't work like that. It simply doesn't work like that. A stock can be going up, and it could be a great company, or it could be a trash company, right? Rivian just went to $150+ billion valuation. I'm not going to call it a trash company, but it's a pre-revenue company, essentially. Does it mean it deserves to be $150 billion? Not in my opinion, right? And so this stock is getting devastated and down 11% for no reason today. And the company's actually, the fundamentals are extremely impressive with this company. And so I'll continue to be a buyer. I'll continue to add more and more shares until this position is fully built out. And that's exactly kind of how I think about this game, guys. So hope you appreciate a video like this where I not just talk about a stock, but kind of share my way of thinking around this, guys, as somebody who's been doing this for a long, long time. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you're looking to scale your portfolio to much bigger levels, you take advantage of the Black Friday sale we have coming for the private stock group. If you want to be notified as soon as that deal drops and have me send you over the deal, check out pinned comment down there. Much love as always. Have a great day.